And that's what I was just getting ready to say. Let me get right it up. I'm a TikTok Dave. I love dancing. I just don't think
like a steel cage pen. AEW chants echo in the room. WWE's drama, the big pay-per-view. Boom. Wrestle talking, never stopping. Ring rope squeak, bodies dropping. Wrestle talking, feel the vibe. Smackdown suplex, keep it.
he thinks he's here. Okay? Everybody else is down here. CM Punk's up here. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest.
Wrestler of the Year, Will Ospreay. Most Outstanding Wrestler, Will Ospreay. Tag Team of the Year, FTR. Best on the
Just because I was fucking blowing me out and I'd be on the floor.
Like Pat McAfee almost did during that segment. He even said it.
During that segment.
He almost tore his ACL.
That's right. So I was almost right. He was got a half a point. Coming.
Gigi Dolan gave her a low blow. And then said something on Twitter of, I made your roast beef. Something.
Back on Instagram. So the women want their hoo-hoo called roast beef now. Is that the deal? Come on, you gotta put.
Is that package for homeboy gonna be on? Yes, this is gonna be on tonight.
Night, Tobu. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wrestle Talk with David and Pop, Season 3, Episode 1.
Episode 1, that's right. Season 3, Episode 1. Here we go. Yay, yay, yay.
Not only is this the first episode of the year, this is if everything goes right, this will be the first episode that goes up on Spotify for the Ragtag
Well,
and
that
Meme
just
channel.
sounds perfect there. I mean, that sounds awesomely great.
So it'll just be audio. You won't be able
Just
to
be
see
audio.
our beautiful faces.
Well, that's good, because some people might say we have faces for radio.
You're right.
That's an old Baxton O'Brien thing. O'Brien used to say that all the time. R.I.P. Mr. O'Brien from Rock 102.
I know. Let's get straight into it. We're going to go over last week's Smackdown.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
What was last week? the last Smackdown of the year.
Yes.
I want you to guess how many matches were there? The whole show.
3.
Yep.
Yeah. I was
On
going
a
to say.
2-hour program, we got 3 hours.
Which is turning into 3 hours. Right? Starting in the new year.
4. I'm sorry. There was 4 matches.
I was off.
Starting
I was
this
off by
week,
one.
it is going to back to 3 hours, which we will talk about in the... Yeah. All right, so we started off with a Joe Hendry concert where he's talking about the Miz's balls.
Yes, everybody loves the Mrs. Balls. You gotta love Mrs. Balls.
Some of the notes, I took a lot of notes only for SmackDown because I completely forgot for the other ones. So I said we started off with a Joe Hendry match leading into Miz versus Joe Hendry. That turned into a Miracle on 34th Street fight.
Fine.
It's a tradition. We knew it was going to happen in one of these matches. I'm guessing it was the only match that I seen fit for it to be would be the Joe Hendry versus the Miz match.
Yeah. I guess.
The match was fun. It was fun.
It was good.
2 comedy wrestlers just going at it.
Yeah.
The Miz kind of came out of the comedy for a little bit, but
Right.
just got suckered back
Right,
into
but
it.
no. When you talk about his balls, it's always comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then we had, of course we had to have R-Truth as the Easter Bunny because it's his gimmick that he doesn't know anything.
Right.
It was fun. That's what it was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be. That's what. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be a fun match. It was supposed to be a, kind of just a blow off. Get Joe Hendry on TV, now recognized as a NXT superstar, no longer TNA. I'm glad to see that.
Right, because finally, he's part of the product, so you don't want to, yeah.
He's part of the product, and he's part of the. It's not. Oh, TNA superstar Joe Hendry is here doing work for us. But so that was a good start to the match. Then we had Charlotte Flair versus Lash Legend. I took one note on this match. And you know what it was? Of course, Charlotte Flair wins.
Of course, she has to.
Why are we going to bring up NXT talent to the main roster just to have them lose? I understand Charlotte is a very dominant superstar, if that's what you want to call her, just because her last name's Flair. But I think
not really though. I mean, we always argue about this, but I think she's done some stuff over the years that gives her her own name. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm sorry. That's the way I feel. Think about back when she started. Yes, I mean she was given everything, but in the snap, a lot of the young ladies nowadays look up to her, and
there was a storyline where she literally had her father impregnate Lacey Evans. That was
just one quick note. Does Bubba know that you're doing Wrestle Talk? Okay, every time. I'm just throwing it out there.
So then the next match. Because, like I said, there was nothing really big during the Charlotte Flair Lash Legend. It was a filler match. Then we got to the best match of the night. Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov for the United States Championship. Boston boy Carmelo Hayes is United States champion.
And that match was just fucking pure fucking greatness. I mean, I really enjoyed it that much.
Yes, I said in my notes, best match of the night, Ilya and Melo are wrestling soulmates. They complement each other to a T. It is
very well.
From the times that they went in NXT to the times that they have fought on the main roster, they've never put on a bad match.
Right, exactly.
Ilya
And I'm
and
kind of
Carmelo-
excited with it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm kind of excited with all the NXT people that will be coming up and are coming up. They're starting that wave now.
Mm-hmm.
So by this time next year, we'll be talking about there'll be full-fledged superstars, and hopefully the NXT roster will gather some momentum, and we can have some great NXT stars.
Yeah. I think the mid-air cutter, like that reversal that Carmelo did, I thought that was insane.
Right. Very good.
Just that whole match, Ilya giving Carmelo the respect at the end of the match and putting the title around his waist. I thought that was one of the best moments of the night.
Right. Well,
honestly, this should have main evented, in my opinion.
Right. True.
Because
I forgot what they had main event, but
we'll get to it. But this really should have main evented. Then the final match of the night, or even this, swap these two. Do Charlotte Flair versus Lash Legend, and then Julia and Kiana James versus Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. Then have Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes be the last wrestling match of the night. Because WWE has taken a bona fide superstar in Julia and just went, yep, you suck now. Julia went from being one of the top stars to just nothing. She was great in NXT. They dropped the ball on the main roster.
Right.
If you didn't have creative for her, you should have just left her down in NXT. She could have been the NXT champion for a while. No one would have batted an eye at that because she is a dominant person. But instead, you bring her up to the main roster, give her the title. She defends the title maybe 3 times, and now is going for the title again, just to hold it hostage. My opinion. Chelsea Green and Alba Fire, great workers. Kiana James is an up-and-coming great worker. But Julia is not getting the spotlight that she deserves, in my opinion.
I agree. I do agree with you. There's like you just said. You said everything just about perfect, where they took her out of NXT, brought her up, and now they're just kind of,
And then I said,
dropping the ball.
Hopefully in 2026, she is pushed better. I think 2026 needs to be a year where creative needs a whole overhaul of everything.
Could happen.
Because again, Jade Cargill has been a champion. She hasn't defended her championship once.
True. Very true. And, you know how I feel about Jade anyway.
I know. You don't like her. She's too green. And blah, 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 blah. All right. And then we close the show.
No. Now she's getting...
Nope.
She's getting so she's not so green, but it's just very stale. She's very stale in everything she does.
I guess.
But go ahead.
Closing the show off was a promo between Cody Rhodes Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. Sorry. Why? Why do we need another promo to close out the show? I get it. I know why it ended the show, because Cody can't touch Drew and Drew can't touch Cody because, whatever.
Wow.
You announced a match that's in 4 weeks. This could have been the opener. This
did get me the fuck you of the week.
This could have been mid-show. This could have been anywhere other than the main event.
The main event, right? They could have put that Ilyanov in Carmelo Hayes match. That would have been a great main event.
Mm-hmm.
Followed, there you go. Put that in that segment where, their little interview thing was.
Yes, exactly. Like what Ryan Studios just said. Less promos, more wrestling. Like I said, at the beginning of this whole SmackDown review, I said that there was 4 matches on a 2-hour program. Now we're going to go to 3 hours, and we're going to get more promos.
Maybe 5. Yeah, maybe 5
matches.
Yeah. 3 hours.
But the promo did lead into a 3 Stages of Hell match for Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the championship. My question is, 3 Stages of Hell.
Yeah.
In my mind, that's always been 3 different match stipulations.
Yep.
Is it going to be 3 different match stipulations? Or is it just going to be 2 out of 3 falls?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 2 out of 3 stipulations. I think they're going to do some stipulations. 3 Stages of Hell. Why don't they bring it back to the old WCW days when it was a fucking 3 stages of a fucking cell?
No, because
a cage.
Because that's stupid.
That was so awesome. I don't know. Yeah. No, it was not dumb.
It was not cool. It was dumb.
DDP, yeah, it was some good stuff. That's just, but I don't know. I would think that it's going to be 3 different stipulations. Probably going to be, here, that one, this one, a street brawl, this and that, and finally ending up with being a, last man standing type match. If they do it right, it'll be good. If they don't, they probably won't.
Final note I have on SmackDown is stop the Damian Priest and Aleister Black feud. It has been 6 months of just bullshit.
I thought that they did.
Exactly.
Wasn't it supposed to be the last time ever? And
it was like a fucking street fight or something. But now it's going to be an ambulance match. Cool.
Maybe they'll end it there.
I hope so, because I'm done.
Ambulance drive up.
I'm sick of
seeing
Kane
it. Will be driving.
I'm sick of seeing
Kane will be driving it, and he'll drive him into a dumpster.
I'm sick of seeing
Kill
the
them
same
all.
matches.
Explosion. Do a Vince McMahon limo explosion and end it all.
That's the creative way we're going, I guess, because that's how it's seeming. Then, to the better wrestling of the weekend, we had AEW's World's End. Now, me and Pops did our predictions, but we had to do a video for it instead of streaming. So we had 0 Hour. We only had 1 match written down for the 0 Hour. It ended up being 3 or 4.
3 or 4, yeah.
So
I did pretty good on the non-predictions.
Versus Hyan and Maya World, the Sisters of Sin one. And I said in that video of the predictions that Hyan and Maya World were going to be signed very soon. They were signed Saturday night. They are now All Elite. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations, lady. You guys deserve it. Pretty
Great
good
matches. They've been putting on hell matches.
This was supposed to be, now if we look back, This is supposed to be the girls that kissed and this and then got all upset and
Tegan
this
Knox
and
and
that.
her girlfriend.
Yeah, and if she would have just, if they
If
would
they
have
would've
stuck
just-
with the thing,
Exactly.
they would be all
would've
elite
stuck
now.
through that. You got to eat shit to get to the whatever.
Yeah, you got to eat shit to get to the trash compactor. I don't know.
I don't know.
But, yeah, I know.
It's a Barrett Bronson quote. He literally said it. He said, "You got to eat shit to get to wherever you want to go," or something. I don't fucking remember. Then we had Eddie Kingston versus Zach Gibson. Eddie Kingston defeating Zach Gibson. After the match, Eddie Kingston is being choked out by the Grizzled Young Vet's scarf. And Ortiz makes his return 18 months, something like that, on the shelf. But
Yeah.
Ortiz is finally back in AEW. We'll be seeing a lot more of him. I'm guessing tagging with Eddie Kingston. Little LAX.
Yeah. Little LAX reunion.
Then we had Bandito and Dorada versus Mark Davis and Rocky Romero. Bandito and Dorada won. Great match again. I love seeing Bandito wrestle. He is so good. Like, at the end of the day, he's one of the top wrestlers in AEW Ring of Honor, and he deserves everything. He deserves a belt.
He might be the next world champion. You can't count him out. He's the diamond
Dynamite diamond ring holder.
There you go.
Then we have Jurassic Express and Jet Speed defeating Josh Alexander and The Demand. This match was just chaos. The whole entire match was chaos. I didn't go over the time into the pay-per-view though.
No.
Like they have been doing, which I like, but I guess a lot of people online are saying that they're stupid and they don't understand time.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
I guess.
I liked that too. Like the last time that they did that, where they ran in, and hey, we're starting off. The end with this match will finally come through to the end, and it was like okay.
Yeah, and then mid
Kinda make it-
there's pyro.
Yeah,
and shit going on. And then I have none of these in order, but they have it in order on the website. Starting it off with the Continental Classic semifinals: Okada versus Takeshita, teacher versus student. Okada, I went Okada for 7. You went Okada for 1, and Okada won.
Steak.
Okada won using a screwdriver. That leads into Jon Moxley versus Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher is looking for the screwdriver. Okada took the screwdriver, put it underneath the ring. It was supposed to be in the turnbuckle pad. He wasn't supposed to use it, but he knew it was there.
Right.
That cost Kyle Fletcher the match against Jon Moxley. Cracks in the Don Callis family they're starting to show, little by little.
Little by little, exactly.
But for Kyle Fletcher versus Jon Moxley, I went Jon Moxley for 1. You went Kyle Fletcher for 4. Unfortunately, Kyle Fletcher did lose. But, again, amazing match. We did it to where I would get a bonus point because I got Jon Moxley versus Okada in the finals. Pops said Kyle Fletcher versus Okada. But I won. So.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
You got the bonus
matter.
In the long run, by when we get to the end,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
at all. Chicago Street Fight, FTR with Stokely defeating the Bang Bang Gang in a brutal match. Brutal match. I seen that, Juice Robinson got busted open. And you went Bang Bang Gang for 5, or I went Bang Bang Gang for 5. You went FTR for 8, winning that prediction.
Right.
That's what
I saw this thing on Stokely where he didn't go through the table.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that. Yeah.
He got bumped off, and he was supposed to. Obviously, the table was supposed to be the spot there. He's supposed to go through the
Right.
table, but completely missed the tables. I hope he's all right because he looked like he smacked his head on an announced table so bad.
Right. And then the table falls on top of him
Yeah.
to fucking boot. It was
That was-
good. I was like, yes. Sorry. I was hoping it was Prince Nana, but you can't win them all.
See again. Your hate for Prince Nana needs to be studied because it is zero reason. Then we have
That's my
AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships on the line. Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, the Babes of Wrath, versus Mercedes Moné and Athena. During this whole entire match, it was so back and forth. It had me thinking that they were going to actually lose. I thought the Babes of Wrath were going to have the one title defense and lose it, and then they were done. Babes of Wrath, we both went Babes of Wrath for 6 points. And the Babes of Wrath won. Willow pinning Mercedes Moné.
for the first time.
Yes, we'll talk about that
And we'll
after.
get that after.
That leading to Tony Khan announcing during the pay-per-view that it was going to be Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale at New Year's Evil, or whatever the hell they call it. New Year's Smash. New Year's Smash. And yeah, for the TBS Championship. But we'll talk about that when we get to talking about
Dynamite.
Couldn't think of the word. Next up, we have the Mixed Nuts Mayhem, the conglomeration with Tony Storm versus the Death Riders. I love this match. I went the Death Riders for 4. You went Tony Storm and the conglomeration for 3. But I like the AEW is going full mixed. Oh, I skipped a match. We'll get back to it. But I love that AEW is going into full mixed gender wrestling. They're not afraid to do it. WWE is like, it teeters on it again. There was more in the Attitude Era where there was more full mixed gender, but now it is like full blown in AEW. Like, they don't care. Women can fight men all they want. We've seen Claudio Castagnoli give Tony Storm a fucking big swing.
Right, that was I
thought it was one of the better matches. Like, one of the better multi-person matches that AEW has put on.
Right, and that has a lot to do with Tony Storm, Orange Cassidy, like you said, Claudio, and
Yeah,
I do like me some Death Riders, but I do like me the conglomeration. I can't say the word.
Yeah, you shouldn't have even tried it. Conglomeration. But yes, the conglomeration and Tony Storm did win. So Pop's got the points. The match I skipped, which I shouldn't have skipped at all because it was a fucking insane match again. Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd. Darby Allin defeats Gabe Kidd, giving Pop 7 points and giving me none because I went Gabe Kidd for 2.
Yeah.
Darby's hurt. Darby is hurt again. I don't know. He should be hurt. I don't know how he isn't off TV and written off TV because he's got a match.
They just keep
on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
he keeps going. He is a trooper.
He's the Mick Foley of this generation.
I couldn't agree more.
so.
Then we had
I put him even a step higher than Mick.
not too high, but a little bit.
Yeah, just a tad. I'm not talking like, fucking or anything. I'm talking, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Then we had Chris. I think so. Question from the chat: do we think that Mick Foley is going to AEW? Mick Foley is going to sit his ass on his couch and not move. He had said in an interview somewhere, I don't remember where it was, but he had talked to MJF about doing a retirement match. And he was going to do the one spot he always wanted to do. He wanted to go on top of the TV truck and do an elbow to a car, so they can get that angle of him like flying down. He goes, but, if I do that, then I could wake up again and not remember my kids' names. And I could wake up and not remember. So, Mick Foley's going to stay at home.
I don't think he'll wrestle. But he might just come to AEW just to piss everybody off in the WWE world.
Maybe. Like White Lion Studio said, he could do creative there. And it'd be nice. I don't mind that at all. Mick Foley is
I'd like to see him come. And, yeah. Maybe come back with Edge. Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, I'm sorry. I think that would...
AEW Women's World Championship match. Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter. Chris Statlander, I went for 3. You went Chris Statlander for 2. Chris Statlander coming out on top. Again, amazing match. These two have great chemistry together.
They do. They do.
And it was just... Yeah, when we get to that, we will be covering last night's AEW. Then we had another Continental Classic. We had the finals. Jon Moxley versus Kazuchika Okada. Wow.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Is wow. Jon Moxley went from being the shit heel, and he literally at the beginning of the year destroyed Rampage. He destroyed a fucking TV show to be a heel.
Huh?
He put a bag over Bryan Danielson's head and suffocated him. Through this Continental Classic, he's turned into a babyface again. Everyone loves him now. They're chanting Moxley. They're chanting, you fucking deserve it. All this shit. And that's why Jon Moxley versus Kazuchika Okada is my match of the week and my wrestler of the week. You don't have to tell yours now. You can wait till after. But that is my match of the week and wrestler of the week. Hello, Blue. Thank you.
Mox is involved in my match of the week, I believe. Yeah. And yeah, he is involved in it, but not with that match.
Love you, Blue.
My match of the week was Mox versus Fletcher. Happy New Year. Just have to say, love you guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Love you, Blue. And you know how it is. And happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
That's right. Happy birthday.
Blue.
And Blue, I didn't get to. Can you stick around for just 2 seconds? David, give me like 5 seconds. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Blue. Happy birthday to you. I didn't get a chance to send that over to you there on Facebook like I like to do happy birthdays and stuff like that. So thank you, David, for giving me, just like 2 seconds there to wish the man a happy birthday because he is a gentleman and a scholar, awesome guy. Love having you here. Love having you in our life, and I thank you very much. All right, that was it.
Then, did you want to talk about your
Match of the week was Mox and Fletcher.
Did you want to give a reasoning, or is that it? Because I know you
just
have
basically,
usually like a.
yeah. Well, basically, for the I didn't write anything actually down this time around. I just enjoyed it because of the fact of the matter is, as you know, I was going for Fletcher, and this and that, and when he didn't win and everything, I was just like totally shocked about John Moxley, and I also put in effect that Moxley match that you picked as match of the week. I said to myself, I didn't think Moxley was going to come, and I didn't think the turnout was going to be that way, and stuff like that. I all around look at it is, I wanted to go with Mox, was going to go with Mox for my wrestler of the week, but we will save that for later.
No, this is not Mox putting himself over younger talent. This is Mox being Mox.
Right.
Mox being.
He's not
the fucking badass that he is, John Hogan. I'm gonna.
Oh. No. Mox deserved this. He was having such a hard time being the villain. I really think inside his head, he wants to be back to that Dean Ambrose type of,
No, not Dean Ambrose.
fun-loving. Not. Well, he didn't suck though. Really, that's how we all got to love him.
The character
you know what I mean?
Sucked of Dean Ambrose. It was the worst thing. They had him dress up as a whatever the fuck, a jockey or whatever. We're in Winnipeg, so I'm a guy here. Dumb.
Okay, but I'm talking Shield, Dean Ambrose.
All right, I got you. All right, to get off that, the main event, we had Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page versus Samoa Joe, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and MJF. This match, again, my number 2 of the night, I will say. We both went MJF. I went MJF for 8. You went MJF for 5. And again, MJF, where he lost his championship 2 years prior, won it back in... And yes, he can win without cheating because you can't cheat in a non-disqualification match.
It's a match. And this brings me to my wrestler of the week, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF, winning his second AEW championship. Pure enjoyment watching the four-way. And on the same pay-per-view he lost then in last year. See, we think alike. So that's why MJF is my wrestler of the week.
There we go.
So there, we took care of that. We got our wrestling and this and that. We just got our fuck yous and stuff.
So now, what do you rate the final pay-per-view of AEW of 2025? A through F.
A through F. I'm going A. I loved it.
A+.
There wasn't any part. Yeah. There wasn't no part that I. Bitch.
He said B+++.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going definitely an A. I would definitely go an A. I enjoyed it so much. more than I've enjoyed the majority of a lot of pay-per-views, and it ended my year off well. You know,
Yes.
as far as being the last one, because I don't even remember the last WWE pay-per-view.
Beats me because I don't either. Technically, it would
Or
be Saturday
NXT.
night's main event, but,
Right, but
also it would technically be, like you said,
NXT there.
NXT New Year's Evil, which we will be slightly covering because I did not watch a single bit of it.
Was that on Saturday
It was on
or
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Oh, I watched some of that.
All right, that brings us into Raw. We had the Women's World Championship triple threat. Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella versus Raquel Rodriguez. Good match. Ooh,
Bless you.
big sneeze. Yes, AEW is more wrestling than talking. White Line Studios. I agree.
But when they do their talking,
There's a reason
It's-
that there's talking. It's not
right,
just
and they're
Joe Hendry and R-Truth because he wants to be in a bunny suit or something.
Yeah.
But Stephanie Vaquer, Nikki Bella, Raquel Rodriguez, good match. We all knew Stephanie Vaquer was going to win. But it was a good match. You know, I don't know what we're doing with Nikki Bella currently. I don't know if she's going to stay active or if she's going to go somewhere or if she's going to bring her sister in or...
right. I know. I thought that's the reason why we brought her back was they were going to have her sister come and they were going to do a run, but I don't know.
Second match we had, stupidest thing I've ever watched. Gunther defeats R-Truth. Yay!
Yeah. Hey,
Again.
we know. Gunther is the greatest person in the world.
Stop talking
Gunther's
like that.
very good.
Stop talking like that, please.
What
I do
reason?
like his... I love the shirt. It is, again, he's a good heel.
Yeah, I like him too. I hate it.
Again, but... Alright, so everyone says this. They don't want her back because Brian is with AEW. So why is Rhea Ripley in the main event
Man,
scene when her husband is... Well, she's just an idiot because she clearly isn't good enough to have back, I guess. I don't know. Who cares?
I
I'd love
really
to see the
think that.
Bellatins have a retirement match. Hey, maybe it's because of their father and their stepfather. Remember that guy, John Laurinaitis? That's crazy. John Laurinaitis. That's crazy. Maybe that's why they don't want her around.
I just don't think I don't think it has anything to do. I know it has nothing to do with Brian because, like you said, but over the weekend I saw Rhea Ripley was at a UFC match or something. Did you see that? Where her and well, they were really excited about the winner of whatever this UFC match was, and it was her and Buddy, and basically. There is no mention of Buddy.
Yeah, there never will.
You know, it was like Rhea Ripley, yeah, right? Rhea Ripley and their buddy was just and they're high fiving each other, and it was like, yeah, he's a wrestler, too. But they don't really.
Yeah, it's because they don't. They're unlike.
People
They
don't
won't
want that.
acknowledge the
relationship because they don't want to get one of their biggest stars. And Rhea Ripley is one of their biggest stars. that they have on that roster, and they don't want to hurt.
And I will say this now: once Buddy Matthews is healthy, because he is currently out with an ankle injury, he will be back to tip-top shape, and he will be in the contention for AEW's World Championship or TNT Championship, because he is a fucking terrific wrestler.
Yes. He's good.
But then we had Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory. And guess what? Division, attack him. Causing a DQ. There's got to be one DQ finish every Raw. Just one.
Every Raw? There's got to be one. At least one. And usually with division involved.
Usually with division involved, but there is a returning Penta. Penta was gone for like 2 weeks.
Right.
Just so he didn't have to wrestle in AAA with his brother. Jokes. Always jokes. But I think it is funny.
It's true.
I think it is funny that it was like they had the match in AAA that like 3 days later Penta comes out and saves Rey. But funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I really, this could be to the point where they don't want something that was popular in something that was so popular in AEW. They don't even want to acknowledge that. Yeah, I don't know why, but they're idiots.
AEW,
we're talking Stephanie
fucking
McMahon and fucking Paul Levesque. They're fucking dipshits. Sorry.
And the main event, the Usos defeat AJ Styles and Dragon Lee to win the World Tag Team Championships. I said it before.
4 letters.
And I'll say it again.
One word.
Why are we using the fucking Jey Uso fucking entrance just for...
I'm sorry, I just yeeted. But it's popular. It sells T-shirts.
Okay, I get that. I get it. It's popular. It sells T-shirts. It's the greatest thing to ever come out. But when you come out with
it's just like this. Make it swervy and fucking nah.
But no,
it's getting that annoying to me. No, really, it's getting that annoying to me. I want them to go back to like the original, penitentiary, and I think it might happen.
But what I'm saying is, they use it at the end of when the match ends. They use that. They use the Usos tag team.
Right.
Why are we having them come out to? It's just me, Us. Meaning one person. Me. We. 2 people. We, me, 1 person.
I know.
It pisses me off.
Because I think they're going to try to, now that they're champions, I think maybe they change it.
I hope so. But I knew that they were going to take the titles off them, because if you think about it, AJ Styles has said 2026, my final year. I'm not re-signing. They're not going to have AJ Styles doing fucking tag team matches for 2026.
Right.
No.
Right. They're going to have doing some singles stuff.
He's going to be doing singles. I think it starts this Monday coming up. Quick hit on NXT, because I did not watch a singular... I watched the first match and then shut it off. That's why they're not going to have Lesnar retire yet. They're going to wait. But North American Championship, Ethan Page defeats Moose to retain the title. We all knew that was happening. Moose, I don't know why, again, this TNA WWE thing needs to just come to an end, or just announce that WWE bought TNA or something.
Nah.
JC Jane defeats Ren Sinclair. Again, didn't watch it. Number one contender match for the WWE Speed Championship Tournament, 3-minute time limit. Everyone who's saying that Tony fumbled on Mr. Lexus King, man got beat in 14 seconds by a fucking German suplex. Or a belly-to-belly suplex. Yeah, Tony fumbled. Just remember that, guys. Tony fumbled. Tony Khan's the worst booker in wrestling. He fumbled real bad. The match I wish I watched was OTM versus our boys, our local guys, Swipe Right. But OTM defeated them, I'm guessing, within 5 minutes. Because that's how...
Yeah, I see. This is something Yeah.
And then...
Some of these matches I don't remember. Yeah.
And
I watched it. But I wasn't really watching.
Congratulations to Javon Evans for being called up to the main roster, losing to Ricky Saints in his final match in NXT. I think that was his final match in NXT, because there's no way they're going to try to bring him back down to NXT. He's been showcased on Raw, SmackDown, AAA, everywhere. Javon Evans is main roster bound, and I think it is a great time, great call on their part.
There you go. I do too. I mean, like I was saying earlier, I really like, I really like the fact that they're going to bring up some NXT guys, and they're going to, by the end of this time next year, we start 2027, they're going to be established. They're going to be the guys, and then hopefully they got a new crop that's going to be considered NXT superstars and this and that, because that's what NXT is supposed to be.
Yeah.
NXT is supposed to be development type of deal, and then you get, you move up, and right now, a lot of the rosters have former NXT superstars that are going to be making a big name in the WWE.
Then, what we have next on our itinerary, Sports Illustrated Pro Wrestling Awards for 2025. We have Men's Wrestler of the Year, Hangman Adam Page. Women's Wrestler of the Year, Mercedes Moné. Breakout Star of the Year, Kyle Fletcher. Best in Ring, Will Ospreay. Match of the Year, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Promotion of the Year, AEW. Show of the Year, AEW Double or Nothing. Story of the Year, Hangman Adam Page's Redemption Arc. Rivalry of the Year, Hangman Adam Page versus Jon Moxley. Heel Turn of the Year, Naomi. Comeback Performer of the Year, Ilya Dragunov. Best on the Mic, Tony Storm. Tag Team of the Year, FTR. And the 2025 Legacy Award, John Cena. I agree with everything there.
I do not find anything wrong with that. I agree 100%. It shows dominance by AEW, which we all know, in every week what we've done, Wrestle Talk, we've talked about it. And I do kind of like that Tony Storm winning the mic thing. She is very, very, like I say every time that she comes out with something controversial and this and that, she can say things, and I don't know if it's because she's female that she's just on fire.
It's just her character.
It's right. It's her character. It fits, and it's just awesome. And this and that. And she starts slowly moving into my top 5 of all time on that microphone. You know what I mean? Because I do love her and MJF. I do love to hear anything and everything that comes out of their mouth. I'm sorry. They're definitely in there. With I already have my top 3. But
breaking news as of an hour ago, Colby Carino is now a free agent.
Oh.
Is no longer with NWA. But besides that, I want to do a little quick hit here. It happened weeks ago now at this point. But the Bayley has done a seminar. It was an all-women seminar. And we know a couple people in it. Gabby Forza being one of them. Gabby was she did such a good job there and all this stuff that she has actually been invited to the Heart Dungeon to go and train at the Heart Dungeon with Natty and TJ and all them. Crazy honor. Crazy honor.
And she might get in the ring with, what's his name? -1.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who's being trained there also.
It could happen. And then... Oh, they don't... Hold on. Don't mind me.
Okay. We don't mind him.
Well, I'm looking for
the Heart Dungeon.
I forgot they.
Which is a little easier now than it used to be back in the day.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Fucking Stu used to fucking lock you down in that shit fucking for days.
You don't know anything.
He didn't let you eat. He didn't let you eat.
You don't know anything. All right, we got the...
The stories were much better back in the day.
Was there only... No. No. I don't like you. Jon Moxley versus Josh Alexander to start off New Year's Evil. Or no, fucking New Year's Evil. New Year's Smash.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, we're getting there, pal. Thanks.
Trying to rush us along.
I don't remember if there was more than 3 matches last night. So I know there was, but there's only 3 matches listed on this.
Maybe there wasn't. No, there was a few. I don't know what ones you have.
All right, so Jon Moxley versus Josh Alexander. Jon Moxley, if Josh Alexander won or, resisted the 20 minutes for the Continental Classic Championship, or the Continental Championship, rather, he would get a match against John for the championship, and Mox won against Josh Alexander, leaving the ring clutching at his ankle, and just, you could tell he was in a lot of pain, selling it very good.
Right, tapped him out.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to pull up. I like to try to have this stuff, ready, but I did not.
Right. It was a great match. It was a good match.
It was a good match. I thought it was one of the best matches. So there was a mixed Tornado Trios match. The Death Riders with Marina Shafir, Claudio Castagnoli, and Daniel Garcia defeating Timeless Tony Storm, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong. This is going back to what I said before about the full-blown mixed gender match. We've seen Roderick Strong take his wife and give her a backbreaker. Like, one of the meanest backbreakers I've ever seen. And he slammed her.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Again, insane match.
I don't know. Maybe that's something that they discussed in the bedroom. You never know.
All right. You don't have to say all that. But then the Ring of Honor.
Who's her husband? I mean, who's his wife?
Ring of Honor World Champion Bandito defeated Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion the Beast Mortos.
That was a good match.
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, of course. Honestly, if we didn't have a if we didn't just have a pay-per-view, this would be a pay-per-view match.
Right.
Bandito is, like I said before, he is one of the top stars in AEW and Ring of Honor. He deserves so much.
Bandito is yes, he's starting to become that guy.
So then there was a backstage segment with Brody King and Bandito where it was announced that Brody King was about to be in a match. And if Bandito wins the AEW World Title, Brody King is first in line for a championship match.
Right.
Crazy. But that's
Crazy.
Again, that's iron sharpens iron. And
it would be a good match, and we've already, I believe, didn't we saw that not too long ago, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember.
Somewhere. Yeah, but I mean, it was like they didn't kill each other or nothing, but
Then we had Brody King
it was on Ring of Honor.
versus Lee Johnson. Brody King defeated Lee Johnson. Lee Johnson, again, is more of a Ring of Honor guy now, but he started it off hot, just flying through the ropes, and he gave him his all, but Brody King proved why he is Brody King. Yes, Big E, sorry, the dummy button won't work. We're recording for the podcast currently. Good to see you. Sorry that did not work.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, we'll get it back to you somehow.
And then the Triangle of Madness send a message. I'm starting to really like. I like them already, but I like the Sisters of Sin being in synchronization.
Good to see you,
With
Biggie.
their words and everything. How Tekla would say something and then the Sisters of Sin would say the same thing at the same time.
Right.
But yeah, great. Tekla is coming for she's coming for the world title.
There you go. That could be a very interesting match. That would be very interesting.
Would be. The national championship was on the line. Ricochet defeated Jungle Jack Perry. I thought it was kind of funny that he was going through. He was going through and he was high-fiving people in the crowd or whatever, and then his name popped up that said Jack Perry when it was on some dude with a beard. It was kind of funny. This really big guy, and it just said Jack Perry. They're trying to kill Luchasaurus or something, because they're smashing his
He's
arm.
injured. Yeah,
Smashing
he's
his arm with a
injured.
barricade and that's what I said.
Yeah, it's not Jungle Boy,
Jack Perry.
but no. I read just a little bit before this that they actually your buddy Sap was on Facebook with one person watching him.
I'm so sick
And,
of calling him my buddy, dude.
And he was talking about he was injured. He got injured at on Saturday or something like that, or Wednesday, or not
Yeah,
Saturday.
they're
He got
writing him
injured,
off.
so they got to write him off TV for a little while because he's if you noticed, he had one arm
Go way back.
in the sling and they were fucking destroying the other one. I mean, it was
No, they were destroying the arm that was in the sling. But Jack Perry lost. John Mox. Then this is what we're talking about when we say that there's less talking, because after the John Moxley match, Shelton Benjamin and MVP stood at the top of the ramp, stared him down. John Moxley had a promo after. He invited them. He invited the Hurt Syndicate to come after them. The Death Riders will not give up. At all.
no. He was like, yeah, it's gonna be their year. He said.
Yep. It is going to be the year of the Death Riders. Death Riders versus everyone. And we had a little hype up between Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. She remembered that it had been 584 days since she had lost the TBS championship to Mercedes Moné. 584 days, and she wants to get that championship back. Brodito come face to face with MJF. MJF's in the back talking to Renee about his Triple B. And Bandito, this is where we found out that Bandito will, if he does win, he will give Brody his first shot at the Triple B, the Bandito's big belt.
Yeah, Bandito's big belt. Yeah, I like that when he said that.
And then the main event match of the night, or second match of the night, I will say, because Jon Moxley versus Josh Alexander was my match of the night. AEW Women's World Tag Team Champion Willow versus the TBS Champion Mercedes Moné. Hell of a match, hell of a back and forth. I went into this thinking that Mercedes was going to retain, but that was not the outcome.
Yes. Oh, God, I was so happy.
Moné tried to sweep Willow into a jackknife for a pin attempt, but Willow rolled over and nailed a Babe with the powerbomb to get the victory. She gets up on the rope. She's celebrating. The conglomeration comes in with jet speed, and they're all congratulating her. And I'm sorry, commentary fucked this one up. You couldn't see who was in the ring. Right. If they didn't say anything, and they just panned over to see Chris Statlander just giving her the slow clap, it would have hit even harder.
Right, right.
What did I text you? You gotta give the fans what they want. You got the best friends hug camera angle, and we've seen the reunion.
It was awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné.
It's about time. And now we're gonna probably somewhere down the line we'll get a match.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, but like we were discussing, Moné, she's starting to fall, and I believe she's going to lose them all.
Yes, and Mercedes Moné, this is my theory. Mercedes Moné is going to lose every championship she has over the next 6-7 months.
All right,
we'll go 6, 2-3.
Right.
And it's going to come down to it. Athena has been a very dominant champion, I think, and the only person she has not lost her championship to is she hasn't lost the Ring of Honor championship, is what I'm trying to say. She is going to lose that championship to Mercedes Moné. All in London.
All in London. All right. We got a prediction. Let's see if it's going to be true. There we go. So that's about everything.
That's funny. Yeah, that's what we have for the Baron Corbin 2.0 is a wild take. That's what we have for the mainstream wrestling. But now we're going to get into our indie spotlight. I got to move your camera.
There we go.
There we go. This was not like this weekend, but this is a match that me and Pops did go. This was an event me and Pops did go to. So we figured what a better indie spotlight than something that we were at.
Exactly. And we were there. It was an awesome fucking show. I enjoyed it so much. And David had come down. It was the best thing I got for Christmas was seeing David and going to the show. And David's pulling out stuff. I'm going to pull out stuff too.
Yeah, because I know you have it like right next to you. So this was, as it says right here, this was a holiday toy drive. If you brought a unwrapped toy you can get either a picture or a signed 8x10 by WWE's former WWE superstar Heath Slater. I chose to get a 8x10 from the one.
Mine fell behind the thing, and I haven't gotten it out yet. So the only one I have is Allie
himself. Next, announced at the show, or a little bit before the show, if you wanted to help out a great, amazing wrestler in Jeff Cannonball and purchase his micro brawler, gotta get it without the glare on there. If you purchase one of those, you can get a picture of Smart Mark.
Oh.
You can get a little
There you go.
Nice
Autograph 8x10.
Autograph 8x10 by Smart Mark Sterling.
Which is also falling behind the couch. I have to get them out.
Eventually, this whole backdrop will be changing because I'm going to frame all of my 8x10s and put them all there, and it'll look really cool. And last but not least, we were told that being a toy drive, Alley Catch wanted it to also be a winter clothing drive. So my mother had reached out to a woman on Facebook, and she had posted on a Facebook page that I was going to bring a couple things. So this woman had reached out to us, and she sent me 20 crocheted hats to bring in to give to him. So for the little kids and everything, they could have warm hats during the winter. Since I brought so many hats, Allie told me I could pick anything off the table, even the new set of photos she got. So I chose this one. It says, "To David," from Alley Catch. One of the best.
I gave her a hat, and she was really excited. And there you go. Look at that. Vessel Pops. I don't know. Which way am I supposed to move it?
The opposite way you're moving it.
All right, there you go. And she made it out to Wrestle Pops and this and that. I picked the Bussy picture because of the fact of the matter is I love her and Effie together. And she was like, oh, yeah.
Yes, if you're listening audio only, it's not anything weird. Bussy is the tag team of Alley Catch.
It's the name of the tag team, her, Alley Catch.
Effie.
And Twitch TV's own Effie.
Yes.
You can catch him every Monday night.
Effie is fine. So I have heard. Quickly go down this match card because we've been here for a little over an hour.
Yeah.
Ichiban versus Charles Mason. I'm starting to really
Fuck Charles Mason.
I'm starting to kind of like him. I like his in-ring ability. I don't like him as a person. He is a dickhead. In kayfabe, of course. Then we had it was a scramble for the number one contender, Jermaine Marbury. Number one contender match for the Jensen Scramble Championship. Jermaine Marbury versus Azure versus 50 Cal versus Amity LeVay. I butchered that name. Versus CPA versus Javi. Versus CPA, sorry. Azure, I'm going to try to pull it up on IWTV. We were yelling at Steven Azure, formerly known as half of the Even Stevens.
Even Stevens, yeah. We kept picking on his where's the sweater, and the man
talking shit through the whole thing.
Even coming in, even when he first coming in, he fucking stared me down real big time, and I was just like, I wasn't too sure who he was, and David turned to tell me who it was, and then me and Dan and David, we were just going throughout the whole match. We were just, where's the sweater? You need the sweater back. And this and that. And what I hopefully David's looking for is the end of the match where he, okay,
So Steven Azor wins the match.
And your winner and new number one
And right here,
for the Jensen
Dan
Scramble
screams,
Championship.
"Where's your sweater
Badger
vest?"
we just watched try to pry the skull off of
Hey, he
CPA's
comes over
shoulders
and
manually.
And he
Takes his
just
hat,
rips
throws it
the
at him.
hat off of Dan.
Eye
Oh,
it was
my
fucking
God.
awesome.
This new gimmick we got for Steven Azor.
I like it.
He's a fucking
I bet.
psychopath. He reminds me of the Heath Ledger Joker.
That's
Javi,
true. The way he
Javi
gonna
versus
come in.
Ash Bennett. Pops and Dan missed a fucking banger of a match. I stayed in my seat. I was seated for this match. Those boys went at it.
Yeah.
Where was Pops and Dan? Oh, they were outside smoking cigarettes.
We smoked one cigarette and it was like, yeah.
So meaning that was 2 cigarettes smoked by 2 people.
Well, yeah, I know.
Cigarettes
I know.
was-
We were outside
yeah,
smoking
shut up.
smokes, but it was, yeah.
But
I didn't think it was going to be that great of a match. but-
Javi, former NXT talent, was great. Next up, we had an elimination match. Heath, Perry Von Vicious, Dante Drago, and Nick Robles versus Mike Grassa, Stan Michael, Leary, and Logan Black. I had
Right.
to look. Yeah, see, I had to look at it over here because it's not all there. Again, great match. Leary fought a. What were they? It was like a reindeer headband or something. He dropped an elbow
Oh, yeah,
on a
yeah,
reindeer
yeah.
headband.
It was
Grinch.
reindeer, those little things that you put on your head.
Yeah, you know what that's called? A headband.
Ears. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Great match, all in all. Perry Von Vicious and Heath. Well, let me say it this way. Delta Force and Heath Slater won. Then we had an impromptu Miracle Generation Open Challenge. They said, back then when we first started out, Shook Crew gave us an opportunity. So now we're going to do what they did and pay it forward. We're going to give you an opportunity. Dolphin Funeral, Miracle Generation, and Misery Inc. was a 3-way. And
Right.
Miracle Generation won.
And what'd they do?
No, we're not going to talk about that yet. At the end, it was Misery Inc. It was an elimination match. Dolphin Funeral got eliminated first. Then it was Miracle Gen versus Misery Inc. Misery Inc. has made a fan out of me. I was joking around at first, saying that one of them looked like Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy, but
Right.
they killed it. At the end of the match, Misery Inc. stand up, and they're, you can tell they're not very well known. I don't think. Not in Blitzkrieg, of course.
No, in Blitz.
But Miracle Generation says, give it up for them, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. And then they come back and they attack Misery Inc. The Miracle Generation turned heel, like they've been a little bit heelish everywhere else, but they finally turned heel in Blitzkrieg Pro. I still love them. They're still my goats. They're still
Miracle Gen, but they still what was that show that we were watching? Wasn't it yesterday? That pay-per-view?
Wrestling Open? Or Beyond
Yeah, Wrestling Open.
Yeah.
Beyond
Heavy
Wrestling.
Lies the Crown.
Yeah, they fucking full-fledged there on there. They're flipping us off after their win and this and that. I was just like, fucking.
And I love
But they're
them.
still good.
They're
I still love them.
My tag team of the year.
Tonight they're taking on for the tag team championship.
Angelo Carter versus Calvin Dumont. Angelo Carter won that match.
Yes, he did.
And then who comes out? Kirby and fucking goddamn dickhead Candyman. They broke Angelo Carter's fan. They attacked him. Angelo's
It's
pissed.
good stuff. Yeah, he was pissed.
Angelo is pissed. Then we had.
I don't like this Candy Man. I really don't. Whacker man.
And then we had
His
Alley
junk was
Catch.
not in his trunk. Yeah.
Alley Catch versus Spike. This match was great. I loved it.
Fucking
I
awesome.
love Spike. I love Alley. What this could have main evented, honestly. No, Alley Catch is better than Spike. Alley Catch is best. Alley Catch won
Alley
the
Catch
match.
is definitely better, but
And then they kissed at the end. It was kind of funny. Everyone was like
Right.
freaking out.
oh yeah. Freaking out.
Kissed. Okay. Then the main event of the night, Sammy Diaz versus Bobby Orlando versus Andy Brown. That match was filled with spots that were just had me freaking out. I have a video of Andy Brown package pile driving Bobby Orlando on top of Sammy Diaz. Sammy Diaz.
No, you know what? I'm gonna say it. Andy Brown turned back into a big dick.
We're getting there, pal.
Okay, I'm
Stop trying
sorry.
to jump the gun.
I'm just mad. I was just mad.
So, the end of the match, Sammy Diaz wins, and Bobby Orlando didn't break up the pin, so Andy was pissed at Bobby, and he said, "Why would you do that? Why would you do that?" And then Charles Mason comes out, attacks Sammy Diaz, claiming his spot for the number one contender for the BLITZKREIGPRO Championship. And as he's doing that, Andy Brown and Bobby get back in the ring. Andy Brown looks at Bobby. Boom! Takes him out. He attacked Bobby Orlando. He attacked Sammy Diaz.
And
Andy
aligned
Brown
himself.
has aligned
dipshit.
himself with Charles Mason. And then he kicked Bobby Jr.
Fuck him.
Kicked Bobby Jr. across the fucking arena.
Yeah.
And that pissed me off.
Well, you can love Charles Manson all you want.
Mason, buddy, not Manson.
Manson,
was
fucking
a
who cares?
serial
He's
killer.
yeah, well, that's what he's trying to be. Yeah, he punted him. He punted Bobby Jr.
So my fuck you of the week is Charles Mason. Just for you're making my boy turn heel and making him align himself with you, and I don't like that. I like my thick daddy Andy Brown as a nice guy.
All right. So that'll lead me to my fuck you of the week. My fuck you of the week is from the WWE, and it's Drew McIntyre for his promo on SmackDown that said that when he beats Cody and sends him to hell, he says, "Say hello to your dad." Screw you, fucking McIntyre. Don't even put his dad's fucking name in your mouth. You're a piece of shit, and that's the way it is. There's no reason to bring up Dusty at all. There was no, usually it's everybody says, oh, Cody's always bringing up his dad and this and that. I haven't heard Cody doing that in a while. It's everybody else is now bringing up his dad. And so fuck you, Drew McIntyre. Go screw yourself.
Okay. I have 4 shout-outs this week. I know Pops changed one of his shout-outs because he read mine. That's okay.
No.
But one of my shout-outs is Bear Bronson and Gabby Forza. When Bear Bronson was released from AEW, he said, Gabby turned to him and said, if you don't want to do it anymore, that's fine. But if you do, I'll be right by your side either way. So Gabby and Bear, great couple, great people. My next shout out is RVD and his wife welcoming his first 2 children in the world. Saba and Karma, I think it is. Saba being
I think that was
in memoriam of Sabu. So congratulations to you guys on your children. Next up, the Miracle Generation. Even though you guys have turned heel and all this stuff, I'd be stupid to not still love you, because you guys have been my team since the first wrestling show we went to, the first Blitzkrieg Pro independent show we went to. I admit it was MSP, but then after MSP broke up, it's always been Miracle Gen. Miracle Gen is going to Japan to defend the DPW Tag Team Championships, and I could not be more proud of them. This is, I think,
stealing all my shout out.
Every wrestler's dream is to go to Japan and wrestle in Japan. It's just pure greatness. And my final shout out that Pops literally stole from me last night is...
I did not. I didn't have a third one yet.
Dan Barry. I've seen him wrestle with the one and only Hornswoggle live in person. And last night he had his final match, his retirement. He handpicked each and every person in that match. And he didn't go out looking at the lights. He went out on top. I'm not going to say what he said in his little farewell speech, because one, I don't want to cry, but two, Pops put it in his shout out. So,
all right, I'm up.
Clearly.
My shout outs basically are the same as David's, but I will say I didn't have a third one until last night, and after watching that match, that's why I wrote all what I wrote there. My shout out goes out to Miracle Generation for making the top 100 in the PWI list. They are one of the top 100 tag teams. And they're also, congrats to Dustin Waller for appearing on last week's Dynamite. And last but not least, both men who will be traveling to Japan to defend the TBW Tag Team Championships. Guys got a shout out, like David just said. I wasn't that big of a fan of you. David was. I had my boys. But once my boys broke up and this and that and Miracle Gen, you guys became top number one guys to me when my son came all the way down. You guys brought him up and you talked about him and this and that. And you guys became really close to my heart. I even sang, I forget which one of you I sang happy birthday to. Anyways, now my next shout out goes out to the Usos for winning the Raw Tag Team Championship for a 9th time. 4 letters, 1 word, yeet. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I am so happy they're back together. I don't know. We've been doing this for, 3 years now or whatever, and I've always said that I would want the Usos back together. I want them to win gold and this and that. So I was so happy for that. Now, my third shout-out is to Dan Barry, who ended his long 20-something year career on Wednesday night in Beyond Wrestling in an epic 4-man tag match. Brought tears. It brought me to tears by his speech at the end, as he said, "If I die tomorrow, my obituary would read Dan Barry, pro wrestler. The only thing I ever wanted to do." Congrats, Dan. Enjoy your retirement. And give CPA another big kiss for me. All right, and those are my shout outs. And I want to add another special, shout out this week for every one of you that has the last couple months I've been having a bad time. I lost my mom, and I also just recently lost my dad. But for every one of you guys that stepped up and sent me a message or, gave me a heart and this and that and just said, hey, if you need to talk or whatever, and especially David and his mom. They were awesome to me, and I just want to say, thank you guys and give you guys a shout out because you guys are awesome.
All right. So that was our
I
stream.
love you guys too.
We will be rating Chuck Redfield.
God, I haven't heard Chuck's name in a while.
Chuck Redfield is streaming WWE 2K25 right now. We're going to rate him. I got the hashtags written up over here. Get you those in the chat.
And get them in the chat so I can get them in the thing.
Go over, show Chuck some love. Like I said, he's streaming WWE 2K25. He's looking to reach 500 followers.
There we go. For the first time this year. And what I'm going to hope is going to be a lot more than last year. Peace, love, monkeys. We're out of here.
Go show Chuck some love. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.